Yo, what's up, guys? This is Rich again for another edition of Learning with Rich. Alright, so in this topic, I'm going to stop first my discussion with Navisworks, but I'm going to continue that eventually after this topic. I'm going to discuss or going back to Autodesk Revit 2018 to discuss the most requested topic, which is the view range. Okay? Actually, view range, you can find that easily when you press F1 and then search for view range. It just so happens some of the users are too lazy to study. Okay, they want them someone to spoon fed to them the information, and that is what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so to begin with, what is view range actually? The view range is actually a set of horizontal planes that control the visibility and display of objects in plan view. Okay, so it's a set of, I'm going to repeat, it's a set of horizontal planes that control the visibility and display of objects in a plan view. Okay, for example, I'm going to create a new project. Let me just use an architectural template to create the project. Okay, so where is this view range that I'm talking about? The view range that I'm talking about is the one that you can find from your properties, which is, where is that? Okay, this one, view range. Okay, so if you are going to click edit here, you can see here the view range. You have the primary range, which is the top plane, cut plane, the bottom plane, the view depth, the level here. Okay, so by default, this is the settings. So from your level 1 to level 1, so that your bottom is level 1, the top is level 1. So from level 1, there is an offset of 2,300. So meaning to say, if I go to the south, let me just cancel this. If I go to south, okay, and then as you can see from level 1 to level 2, the distance is 4,000, right? So if I go back to level 1 here, and go back to the view range. So from level 1, bottom, and then the top is level 1, there's an offset of 2,300. Okay, so from level 1, an offset of 2,300. So not even 4,000, so it's only 2,300. So from going back to the south, so from level 1, where is my detail line here? Detail line. Okay, so from level 1, I'm just going to create a line just to illustrate. So the offset is 2,300. So until here, right? So this is actually the 2,300. So let me just put a dimension. So this is the 2,300, right? So that is actually the offset from level 1. So 2,200. Okay, this one. Now, going back to the view range, so I have a cut plane here of 1,200. Okay, so take note that your cut plane affects your walls, your doors, your windows, your stairs. Okay, that is your cut plane. So, cut plane is the plane that determines the height at which certain elements in the view are shown as cut. Okay, so let me repeat. The cut plane, which is this one, the default is 1,200. That is actually the plane that determines the height at which certain elements in the view are shown as cut. What does it mean? Okay, so I have a cut plane here of 1,200. So I'm going to select OK. So let me just go ahead and create a wall here. Let's say the wall that I'm going to create is from level 1 to level 2. Okay, I'll just use the basic wall here. So this is my wall, alright? And then I just select modify. Now I'm going to create a door. So I create a door. Let me just place a door here. And let me just place also window. Okay, let me just place a window here. Okay, and then modify. Alright, so let me just reduce the length of my wall. Okay, so this is my door and window. As you can see, my door here and then my window I'm able to see it on my level 1. Why? Because if I go to the south, let me just go ahead and check what's the view range. The view range is 1,200. Okay? So take note that your top plane should be higher than the cut plane. Okay? Because if this is 1,200, let me try if it is works also. So it works. Okay? So it also works. But if I'm going to make this, let's say 1,100, you cannot do that. So the top plane is set below the cut plane. So it should be equal to cut plane or more than to the cut plane. Alright? So let me just make it, what's this? 2,300. Okay. Right. Then okay. So if I go to the south again, so this is my top plane. Okay. But like what I have said, the cut plane is the one that determines the height at which certain elements in the view are shown as cut. So our our cut plane, that is 1,300, right? So I'm going to pick here, 1,300. Okay, 1,300. So as you can see, our cut plane, it passes through our door and window. That's the reason why we are able to see our door and window in our floor plan. You see? But if we are going to adjust the cut plane, okay? So let's say I'm going to change the cut plane. Let's say somewhere here. Okay? So let's say what would be the height? So from here to here. So let's say it's about 2,400, okay? Or let's say 2,300. So it's higher than the door and higher than the window. It's not being cut, right? So if I use 2,300, for example, like that. So this is, for example, the new cut plane that I'm going to use. So as you can see, this 2,300 is not cutting the door and window. So if I go back to the level 1, if I change the view range, let's say to 2,300, let me just adjust also the top. So let's say 2,500. So if I select here apply and then okay, you will see that I'm not able to see my window and then my door. Why? Because they are not being cut by the cut plane, right? That's the reason why. Okay, you see? Because this one, the line, for example, this is our cut plane, it is not cutting my door and window. But if I'm going to adjust this, let's say I'm going to make it 2,000, for example. Okay, so I change the view range to 2,000. 2,000. What do you think will happen? So what will happen is if I select apply here, so I can see the door, but I cannot see the window. Why? Because if I go back to the south and then I create, where is the 2,000? So from here, 2,000. So this is actually the 2,000 cut plane. This one. So it is not cutting the window. That's the reason why we are not able to see the window in the floor plan, but we can see the door in the floor plan because it cuts the door. Okay? So that's the reason why. Okay? So basically that's how it affects. So our cut plane affects our door and window. I think the wall also is being affected by the cut plane and also the stair. You see, if I create a stair, so I select the stair. Okay, so let me just create one here. Okay, right. So this is my stair. So I select check. Okay, like this. So as you can see, this is actually the portion that it's being cut by the cut plane, by the view range, the cut plane. So if I'm going to adjust that, let's say I adjust this one. So let's say 1,500, apply. So it will also adjust here. So meaning this portion is already above the cut plane, this portion here. So this one we are able to see on the floor plan because it is being cut by the cut plane. So it is within the cut plane. This portion is cut by the cut plane. So this one is already above. It's not being cut. Okay. So every time you change the cut plane, it adjusts also the cut of your stair. Okay. Right. See. Okay. So this portion you're able to see it completely in the level 1 because it's being cut. So this portion is already above the cut plane. Alright? So basically these are the elements that is being cut by the view range. Okay? So it's being cut the window, the door, the wall, and also the stair. Okay? But if you are going to change your model, let's say you're going to link your M&E, okay? Like for example, the pipes, the ducts, they are not being affected by the cut plane, okay? Your duct, your pipe, your mechanical elements, they are affected by the top plane as well as the bottom plane, okay? But they are not being affected by the cut plane. Unlike your door, window, and stair, for example, which is affected by the cut plane. For example, I'm going to open an M&E. Okay. Again, I'm going to use the sample project so you can follow. So I'll use the M&E sample advanced project. Okay. Just please bear with me. I hope you can follow. Okay. And you can understand what I'm trying to convey to you guys. Okay. So let's say I'll go to the level 2 HVAC plan. Okay. So if I change here the view range, let's say I change this to 2000 up okay. See, our mechanical elements, they are not affected by the cut plane. Okay? It's not affected by the cut plane. But if I change this one, the top plane, let's say I'm not going to change the offset, but I'm just going to change the level. Let's say I select unlimited. So meaning from level 1 going up, unlimited level. So meaning to say all the elements on the top portion of the level, the higher portion of the building, I'm going to see that in this level 2 view. So if I select OK, okay, so as you can see, all the elements above level 2 is now visible in your level 2 because you have selected here the top unlimited. Now, if you want to see all the elements below, so you can make this also unlimited. Okay. Oh, wait. So it should be unlimited also, the view depth. So all the elements below level 2, you'll be able to see that in level 2. So that is how you control it. Okay, because there are some instances, hey, why is it I cannot see my pipe in this view? Why is it I cannot see the duct? It's because of the top plane, it's because of the bottom plane. Okay, to simply illustrate that, actually, you can just simply search it from the Revit. Okay, let me just show it to you so that at least you have uh, information. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so as you can see, so we have the view range. Okay, so the view range is the set of horizontal planes that control the visibility and display of the objects. So we have what we call the top, cut plane, and bottom. Okay, top and bottom clip planes represent the topmost and bottommost portion of the view range. And then cut plane is the plane that determines the height at which elements in the view are shown as cut. Okay, so as you can see, number 7, that is the view range. Okay, that is the view range. Okay, so this is the view range. Okay, number 1, that is the top. Number 2, that is the cut plane. Number 3, that is your bottom. Number 4, that is actually the offset from the bottom. And then number 5, this is the primary range. And then number 6, that is actually the view range. Okay, so this is very useful to you guys. So you just need to try to understand this, and then you will be fine. So you will be able to figure out why is it sometimes you can see the elements, why is it sometimes you don't want to see the elements and yet it shows. It's because of the view range. Okay, you just try to play around with the view range, and then you will be fine. All right, so hope this video has been helpful to you guys. If you have more questions, comments, or suggestions, you can just put it on the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Once again, thank you for watching. You all stay beautiful and handsome. Bye bye.